Erik the Red's daring adventure, quest for the Island of Gold. Chapter 1. The Call of the Sea. To the heart of the Viking village, nestled amidst snow-capped mountains and surrounded by roaring waterfalls, Erik the Red stood atop a rugged cliff. His piercing blue eyes surveyed the vast expanse of the sea, its azure waves crashing against the rocky shore. The call of the sea had always stirred something deep within Erik's soul, whispering tales of faraway lands and untold riches. He knew, without a doubt, that he was destined for great adventures beyond the familiar shores of his homeland. With his mind made up, Erik began assembling a crew of the bravest and most skilled warriors in the village. He sought those who shared his insatiable thirst for glory and the unquenchable desire to conquer the unknown. Soon, word spread like wildfire, and warriors from far and wide gathered to join his cause. They became known as the Dragon Raiders, a fearsome band of Vikings whose valor and prowess in battle were unmatched. Each member of the crew possessed unique talents, from expert swordsmanship to unrivaled navigation skills, making them a formidable force to be reckoned with. Chapter 2. Storm's Fury. With their long ship, the Drakkar, fully provisioned and equipped, Erik and his crew set sail on a sunny morning. The wind filled their sails, propelling them forward with a sense of exhilaration. The anticipation of the adventures that awaited them danced in the air. Little did they know, however, that the sea held its own surprises, both awe-inspiring and treacherous. As they ventured farther from the shores of their homeland, the weather began to change. Dark clouds gathered ominously overhead, casting a somber shadow over the crew's excitement. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and flashes of lightning illuminated the sky. The once gentle breeze turned into a howling gale, and raindrops descended upon them with relentless fury. A fierce storm erupted, its wrath lashing out at the Drakkar. Mighty waves crashed against the sides of the ship, threatening to engulf it in their watery embrace. The crew clung to the mast and held on for dear life, their faces etched with a mixture of determination and fear. Yet, amidst the chaos, Erik's eyes burned with the fire of unwavering resolve. With each muscle in his body tensed, he fought against the tempest, using his immense strength to keep the ship steady amidst the tumultuous sea. Hours turned into days, and days turned into weeks as the Dragon Raiders battled the unrelenting elements. The storm seemed to have a will of its own, testing their resolve and pushing them to their limits. But Erik's leadership remained unwavering, his unwavering determination serving as a beacon of hope for his crew. He motivated them with tales of legendary Vikings who had braved even greater storms, emerging victorious on the other side. Finally, as the storm began to subside, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. Through the parting clouds they caught a glimpse of an unknown land. The island stood like a jewel amidst the vastness of the sea, its lush greenery and golden beaches inviting them to seek refuge and explore its mysteries. Chapter 3. A mysterious island beckoned. The weary crew of the Drakkar rejoiced at the sight of land. Fatigue and hunger seemed to dissipate as excitement coursed through their veins. Erik knew that their journey had only just begun, and the challenges they would face on this mysterious island would test their mettle like never before. But he was undeterred, for the promise of hidden treasures and untold wonders fueled his adventurous spirit. With the ship safely anchored, Erik and his crew descended into the small boats, rowing ashore with a mixture of anticipation and caution. As they approached the island, they were greeted by the sight of native islanders emerging from the lush tree line. The islanders, adorned in vibrant clothing and adorned with intricate tattoos, seemed to possess an air of mystique and wisdom. Curiosity piqued, Erik ordered his crew to lower their weapons and approach the islanders peacefully. To their surprise, the islanders welcomed them with warm smiles and open arms, seemingly unfazed by their Viking appearance. Erik, always eager to forge alliances and learn from different cultures, exchanged tales and traditions with the islanders, bridging the gap between their worlds. Chapter 4. The Legends Unveiled. Sitting around a roaring bonfire, Erik and his crew listened intently to the islanders' tales of Isla de Oro's ancient past. The flickering flames cast a mesmerizing glow on their faces as the islanders spoke in hushed tones, weaving stories that seemed to transcend time itself. The islanders shared legends of a forgotten civilization that once thrived on Isla de Oro. They spoke of a people skilled in the arts of navigation and seafaring who possessed vast knowledge and amassed treasures from across the known world. Erik's eyes sparkled with fascination as he imagined the grandeur of this lost civilization, their tales painting vivid pictures of opulent palaces, magnificent temples, and riches beyond imagination. In return, Erik shared stories of the Viking lands and their own seafaring exploits. He regaled the islanders with tales of Norse gods, fearsome battles, and the exploration of distant lands. The islanders' eyes widened with wonder as they heard of the mighty gods Thor and Odin, the Viking warriors' fierce determination, and their unwavering loyalty to their clans. Bonds of friendship formed between the Vikings and the islanders as they discovered common threads that connected their histories. The islanders revealed ancient artifacts and shared their knowledge of Isla de Oro's hidden treasures that lay waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture deeper into the island's secrets. Chapter 5. The Quest Begins. Enthralled by the islanders' tales, Erik couldn't resist the allure of uncovering Isla de Oro's secrets for himself. He called upon his crew, and together they planned a grand quest to explore the depths of the island. The islanders offered their assistance, sharing their maps and wisdom, guiding them towards the hidden treasures that awaited. Armed with newfound knowledge and the spirits of their Viking ancestors, Erik and his crew set off on their quest. They journeyed through dense jungles, their blades cutting through the tangled foliage, and faced the challenges of a terrain unknown to them. As they delved deeper into the heart of Isla de Oro, they encountered breathtaking waterfalls, vast canyons, and towering cliffs that tested their physical and mental strength. But the challenges only fueled Erik's determination. With each obstacle they overcame, the bond between the crew grew stronger, their trust in one another unyielding. They faced fierce creatures, from mighty jungle cats to venomous snakes, their swords flashing in the sunlight as they defended themselves with unyielding courage. Chapter 6. The Enigma of the Temple. After days of arduous trekking, the crew stumbled upon an ancient temple hidden deep within the heart of the island. Its withered stone walls stood as a testament to the passage of time, while intricate carvings adorned the entrance, telling stories of the island's past. Erik's eyes gleamed with anticipation as he realized that this temple held the key to unlocking Isla de Oro's greatest secrets. The crew cautiously entered the temple, their senses heightened with a mix of awe and trepidation. The air was heavy with an ancient energy, and a faint scent of incense lingered in the air. The temple's corridors twisted and turned, leading them deeper into its enigmatic depths. As they navigated the labyrinthine halls, they encountered elaborate puzzles, each designed to test their wit and determination. Erik's mind worked like a well-oiled machine, analyzing patterns and deciphering the complex riddles that guarded the temple's treasures. With each puzzle solved, they gained access to hidden chambers, where more challenges awaited. Chapter 7. The Guardians of the Past. As Erik and his crew ventured further into the temple, they faced guardians that seemed to have been awakened from a long slumber. Ancient statues came to life, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. These statues, carved in the likeness of mythical beasts and legendary warriors, moved with an unnatural grace, their stone bodies surprisingly agile. The crew engaged in fierce battles, their swords clashing with the stone guardians. The warriors' valor and skill were put to the ultimate test as they fought against these formidable opponents. Erik's strategic mind guided them, allowing them to exploit weaknesses and find openings in their adversaries' defenses. With each victory, they pressed forward, deeper into the heart of the temple, where even greater challenges awaited them. The legends had warned of the trials that guarded the island's treasures, but Erik and his crew remained resolute, driven by their unyielding spirit and the promise of untold riches. Chapter 8. The Heart of Isla de Oro. Finally, after weeks of perilous exploration, Erik and his crew reached the heart of Isla de Oro. They stood before a grand chamber adorned with glittering gold, sparkling jewels, and relics from the ancient civilization that had once thrived on the island. The sight left them breathless, their eyes wide with awe and wonder. Erik's heart swelled with a mixture of triumph and gratitude. He knew that the riches they had found were not just material wealth, but the experiences and bonds forged on this perilous journey. Each member of his crew had grown stronger, both individually and as a united force. As they filled their hands with treasure, Erik reminded his crew of the importance of their journey. It was not just about accumulating wealth, but about bringing glory to their village and honor to their names. Their success would be a testament to the bravery and resilience of Viking warriors. With their hands full of treasure and their hearts full of triumph, the crew prepared to return to their beloved Viking land. The islanders who had become their dear friends bid them farewell, their eyes filled with gratitude and admiration. The voyage back was filled with laughter, stories, and shared memories of the legendary Isla de Oro. Chapter 9. Homeward Bound. News of Erik's incredible adventure spread like wildfire throughout the Viking lands. Songs were sung and sagas were composed, recounting the bravery and daring of Erik the Red and his dragon raiders. The people hailed him as a hero, a Viking warrior of unmatched bravery and valor. Children and adults alike looked up to Erik, their imaginations ignited with dreams of their own grand voyages and thrilling tales. But Erik knew that his journey was far from over. With his Viking heart yearning for new horizons, he set his sights on the next great adventure, ready to etch his name in the annals of history once again. He inspired others to embrace the spirit of exploration and conquest, ensuring that the legacy of the dragon raiders would endure. Chapter 10. Erik's Legacy. Erik the Red, with his fiery red beard and indomitable spirit, became a legend among the Vikings. His name echoed through the halls of the Viking villages, and his stories were told around hearth fires for generations to come. His legacy inspired countless young Vikings to embrace their own adventurous spirits and seek glory on the high seas. Erik's quest for the Island of Gold was just the beginning of his epic adventures. With each voyage he discovered new lands, faced mythical creatures, and encountered ancient civilizations. His name became synonymous with courage, honor, and the pursuit of greatness. And so Erik the Red, the fearless Viking warrior, sailed into the sunset, eager to embark on new conquests, forever etching his name in the hearts of Vikings and adventurers alike. His tales would continue to inspire and ignite the imagination of all who heard them, ensuring that his legacy would live on for eternity. The end.